If you want to figure out how good your emotional connection will be with your spouse in the future, it's very important that you pay attention to your 10th house in astrology. Like, your 10th house could even show you how emotionally supportive your spouse might be in the future too. Because I promise you, the 10th house in astrology doesn't always represent career. Now, for starters, if you have your 10th house in the signs of Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, this generally does indicate that you're more likely to have a spouse that's very emotionally supportive, especially if you have your moon, Neptune, or Pluto in the 10th house. Pluto in the 10th house and 10th house in Scorpio is a bit of a tricky one though. Like, the emotional support can sometimes feel extremely polarizing with this kind of placement. Not always though. On the positive sides of things, this can definitely help you to have a spouse that's deeply emotionally supportive of you. If you have your 10th house in certain signs like Aries, Capricorn, or Aquarius, or if you have your Mars, Uranus, or Saturn in the 10th house, just be careful. Having your 10th house in Aries or your Mars in the 10th house can sometimes manifest as having a partner that can be overly emotionally reactive or very aggressive when you show signs of emotion. I'm talking about the kinds of people that get very upset when you show signs of emotions or feelings, or like when you're sad about something. You might also have to watch out for partners that are very self-centered when it comes to their emotions and feelings. But again, not always. The beneficial thing about having your Mars in the 10th house or your 10th house in Aries is that it can sometimes bless you with a partner that's very motivated and very inspired and encouraged to help you through your emotional problems and might root for you and cheer you on. 10th house in Aquarius or Uranus in the 10th house can sometimes manifest as having a partner that's emotionally detached. You know, it sometimes manifests as having a partner that feels as though your emotions aren't a big deal, or sometimes it's just like very emotionally detached. Again though, not always. Sometimes having your 10th house in Aquarius or having your Uranus in the 10th house can manifest as having a partner that you feel very safe and open to talk to about anything. Like, on the positive sides of things, you can kind of lay things out on the open, you know? Like, nothing is too much of a big deal to them. Saturn in the 10th house and 10th house in Capricorn though, yeah, listen up. On the positive sides of this can manifest as having a partner that's very emotionally mature. Someone that's patient and is there for you through very difficult times in your life. You know, especially if your Saturn or 10th house is nicely aspected. But on the challenging sides of it, having your 10th house in Capricorn or your Saturn in the 10th house can sometimes manifest as having a partner that's emotionally blocked off. Getting that emotional support can be very difficult at times. You know, like when it comes to their feelings and emotions, they might run away from them, they don't want to process them, they want to be distracted with work all the time. So just be cautious, okay? Now, here are some 10th house placements in astrology that can help you to have a spouse that's very emotionally supportive. Anyways, comment down below which planet or sign that you have in your 10th house. I'm super curious. Be sure to follow me for more astrology videos.